First of all, let's get this out of the way. Stop blaming. Start owning your role. Let's begin with relationships, because this is where accountability gets to be very personal. It's easy to talk about accountability in business. It's easy to talk about success. It's easy to talk about discipline. But relationships, they reveal who we are. Marriage reveals us. Friendship reveals us. Family reveals us. And even leadership reveals us as well. And one of the most dangerous things we can do in relationships is building our entire story around what the other person did to us, while we refuse to examine what we contributed, tolerated, ignored, repeated, and refused to heal. Now, listen to me clearly. Don't get me wrong. Taking responsibility does not mean that you take blame for somebody else's abuse, betrayals, manipulation, or wrongdoing. Wrong is wrong. Wrong is still wrong no matter how you look at it. If someone hurts you, that matters, okay? But accountability asks a deeper question. What is my responsibility now? Maybe it wasn't your fault that someone betrayed you, but healing is your responsibility. Maybe it wasn't your fault that someone decided to abandon you, but learning how not to abandon yourself is your responsibility. And maybe it wasn't your fault that you grew up in dysfunction, but breaking that cycle is your responsibility. And that's exactly where maturity begins. Because if we're not careful, we can spend years and years rehearsing what happened to us and never take the time to rebuild what remains in us. And then we say, they made me this way. They changed me. They broke me. They ruined my trust. There may be some truth to that. But now true accountability says, I was hurt, but I will not become harmful to others. I was disappointed, but I will not live bitter. I was rejected, but I will not reject myself. I was wounded, but I will not make my wound my personality. In relationships, accountability looks like asking yourself these questions. Where have I been defensive instead of honest? Where have I been reacting from pain instead of responding from wisdom? Where have I been demanding love but refusing vulnerability? Where have I